Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today for Monday morning, January 25th, 2021. I'm the man they call Meathead, and we're bringing the lovely Linda Kay right away. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead.
I apologize if it's a somber mood. You know, it's the Monday after the championship games, and it is what it is. Linda, would you like to? I mean, that's literally my analysis right there. Linda, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. Still hurts. I mean, this is 2 years in a row of losing the NFC Championship, but I thought this year was our time at home at Lambeau. But yeah, tough game. But as you said, it is what it is. What can you do? Just move forward. And how about that Bucks win last night?
How about the Bucks? Yeah, because you were saying the Bucks, right? Not the Buccaneers, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes. Milwaukee. Oh my God! Let me clarify. The Milwaukee Bucks win. Excuse me.
Oh, gosh. Nice. No, how about Milwaukee? Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks still in the mix. Obviously, one of the top teams in the NBA. They had a couple marquee games last week. Tough ones against the Nets and the Lakers. But it's Bucks season now, and I don't mean the Tampa Bay Bucks because again, we don't talk about them here on this program. It's Milwaukee Bucks season. So
light it up, light it up,
light it up, light it up. Hey, were you ever? What's the Bucks dance team name? What are they called?
It was the Energy.
Okay. Were you ever in Energy? Because I feel like you've got so much energy that it's just a fit.
You know what? I did try out for it twice. Sadly, I didn't make it. It was when I was like 18.
Okay.
Here's the funny thing. Random side note. I had tried out for the Wisconsin dance team because I wanted to do it. I already knew that I was transferring to UW Milwaukee because I wasn't doing that great academically my freshman year in Wisconsin. Go Badgers. But I thought I would just give it a shot just because I wanted to do it. So that didn't happen, or it did happen, excuse me, didn't make it. Then moved back to Milwaukee and tried out for the Energy Dance team and didn't make it again. I'm like, wow, I thought I could dance, but that's all right. I still love it.
So were you at the audition when I auditioned for Energy? Because, no. I mean, I forgot what they were called, but they didn't like my shorts, apparently.
Oh, I don't think they liked my tattoos.
Aha. See, again, they're just judging us based on our looks. I mean, I had moves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Think Will Ferrell in Old School. I could dance. I could go.
Yeah.
We got to talk about something that makes us laugh because honestly, yesterday was a tough day. So let's talk a little wrestling action. Wrestling always makes me happy. We are 1 week. Technically 6 days and counting to one of the biggest pay-per-views in WWE's year, and honestly, a lot of people's favorite pay-per-view of the year, not including WrestleMania. I love the Royal Rumble, and I love the Royal Rumble match. I love the extracurricular that, somebody like myself or somebody like, other people do with get a little side action going on the Royal Rumble. I absolutely love this time of year. And the Royal Rumble has been historically always on Pro Bowl day because nobody cares about the Pro Bowl. And it's in between, the championship week and the Super Bowl week. So it's a perfectly placed January 31st, WWE's Royal Rumble, 30 men, 30 women, separate matches. I love the build-up. However, on Smackdown, we got more build for more matches, and then we'll talk about Raw in a little bit for tonight. But Linda, do you feel that with 6 days to go, we've been building towards the Royal Rumble properly?
I feel for the championship matches and the tag team, all the title matches,
yes.
But for the Rumble itself, I mean, I think it's primarily been a lot of stars just declaring themselves into the Royal Rumble, and I get it. It's every man, every woman for themselves, but I just feel that this is the first year, and granted, I know it's not the same Rumble,
It'll be a brand new Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, I get it, that it's obviously different programming right now, but I feel it's been the first time where it's just not as hyped up, or I'm always excited for the Royal Rumble. As you said, it's a lot of people's favorite pay-per-view. It is my favorite pay-per-view. I'm just not as, I don't know, as into it for the Rumble itself right now. I mean,
Let me ask you this. Were you into the Rumble on Saturday, and now that it's Monday morning, do you feel that everything just doesn't taste the same?
Honestly, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because of
I
something.
mean, you haven't lost your sense of smell or taste, have you? We don't want that.
No, just a loss of my sense of mind. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I think overall, obviously, it's still going to be a great event. We're going to get 2 great Royal Rumble matches. I just want to see what will transpire this week leading up. We've got our go-home shows. I want to see some, I know it's not the Survivor Series where we would have invasions, but I just want to see something. You got to have the send-off, right? You got to have some type of Rumble to end one of the programming this week, I would hope.
We'll see. Now, I asked this question. I usually ask it of Damien or Matt or Dave, but now it's you and me. And I ask this question every year. Who do you believe is the Royal Rumble built for the men's and for the women's? I will personally just say the women's, and I've been pounding my fist on the desk since April. This women's Royal Rumble is built for Rhea Ripley. But I ask you, the men's side, who's the Rumble built for? Who's it going to showcase, and who's coming out the winner?
I personally would like to see Big E get that shot, not just because he's on Team Long Time, but if we're talking about what's being built around certain superstars. However, I'm definitely seeing Daniel Bryan being one of the front runners because, I think he was the first one to declare himself on the men's side anyway, but every week, every time, there's some mention of it, he's getting promos talking about it himself. And if you caught the promo pick for it from SmackDown last week, he's right front and center, which is kind of interesting because he's obviously actively wrestling more, but he's
prominent on it.
Right. So, I don't know. I feel like they could do that for Daniel. That's the first person that came to mind as soon as you addressed this.
Okay.
So, I think he'll definitely be in it for a very long time, if not win it.
Right.
The whole.
And I asked that because I don't, on the opposite end, I don't have a feel for who this Royal Rumble is built for. When you think about 30 competitors, and again, I won't say 30 men. It is the men's Royal Rumble, but we do know that there's times where Nia Jax will beat up R-Truth and go into the Rumble. We know that Kama, or was her name Kama or Karma?
Karma.
Awesome Kong was Karma. Okay, we know Chyna. We know Beth Phoenix. We know that women have entered the men's Royal Rumble. When I say that there's 30 spots in that, extracurricular thing I do, it's the number. It's whatever shows up. It's a man, it's a woman, it's a donkey. If they put the gobbledygooker in,
I was thinking the gobbledygooker as well.
Right, at number 27, you got the gobbledygooker. So I don't have a feel for who this Rumble's built for. Here's a name that I think is an underdog, but could maybe really shine and use the Rumble to be a launching pad. King Corbin.
Okay.
I want to see King Corbin get somewhere with this. I think it's time. King Corbin is, if you really think about it, how long has Corbin been around? He put in a year or two in NXT, came up to the Smackdown/Raw brands, ran Raw for a while. Corbin's been around on the main roster, I swear to you, 6 years already, at least.
Yeah. He's getting this resurgence of being more of a top star, if you will, having those.
He's honestly in Seth Rollins' role because they're redoing the Mysterio family thing again.
Right. And he's got his Knights of the Lone Wolf, or right?
Yeah, Knights of the Lone Wolf, something like that. Yeah. The Forgotten Sons.
His back. Yeah, having his back and giving that little extra oomph, the little extra push for King Corbin. That could be.
He's won all the other gimmicks
including
far.
King of the Ring, that not many guys can say.
Right. He's a King of the Ring winner. He's won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There's other gimmicks he won. Didn't he win a Money in the Bank? I believe he did, and I thought he lost his briefcase.
Yes, so he cashed.
No, actually, he lost the match. He's won the gimmicks. So it's not that the office doesn't believe in him. They do believe in him, but I think this is time. I think a Royal Rumble win would solidify him as a top guy. Now, I don't think he would be the one to go up against Roman. There's absolutely no way in a frozen day in hell that he should be in the main event at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. But I would believe a match with him and Drew McIntyre.
Ooh. I never really pictured that, but that would be a good matchup.
Couple
Both
tall
got
guys,
height,
couple guys
yep.
that could go.
Good talkers. Can see them doing their face-to-face. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So mark the tape, mark the date, January 25th. That's who I think. Now, it could change by Friday when Matthew and I talk about the Rumble again and we talk about the weekend. But right now, I think there's a chance it could be King Corbin. Now, let me flip it to you. We've talked both men's. I've told you what I think in the women's. What do you think of the women's?
Two names come to mind. Someone who I would like to see because she is definitely a rising star and we know she can do it. She held her own for a very long time in the Rumble last year, and that would be Bianca Belair.
Okay.
I think she would definitely be in the Rumble for a very long time. Or
she can carry Otis.
Yes, yeah, I know. Looking at that. Oh yeah, that was not as good.
Yeah.
But the other person, Alexa Bliss, because we know she can hold her own in the Rumble as well. I believe those two, I just mentioned Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss, were both in the Rumble for a very long time last year. But given what's going on with the Fiend, we can go on this angle of her and see where that goes. Because I honestly wasn't really, I had to think about who I saw Daniel Bryan possibly winning the men's, but women, I'm like, gosh, I don't know. And then I was like, well, Bianca Belair would be awesome. But then I was like, wait, Alexa Bliss. Like, I forget that she's in the Rumble.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about SmackDown from Friday night and let's kind of go over it real quick. The women's tag team champions, which can go to any brand, showed up on SmackDown and took on the Riot Squad with their kind of partner in the corner, Billie Kay. Did you see after the match, she took her hair that was kind of tied up into curls or whatever and did her Bianca Belair? It was actually kind of cool. I'm not a fan of Billie Kay's. I mean, I don't know her, but the character doesn't work for me, but that was pretty damn funny.
Yeah, she's been pretty funny. I mean, just her with the Riot Squad and giving out the horns.
Yeah.
Sticking her tongue and changing her attire. She's been funny, but
yeah, it's worked for me. I've enjoyed it so far. Cesaro defeating Dolph Ziggler with Daniel Bryan at ringside doing commentary. They say Cesaro was on a roll. Now, Cesaro also the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. They've given him some gimmicks as well. Mm-hmm. The guy is obviously physically fit. He's been in the company. How long has he been there? 10 years, maybe?
At least.
And Cesaro's really been an IC, a US, and a tag team champion kind of guy, but never reached that top tier. Is Cesaro the guy that wins the men's Royal Rumble?
Perhaps, but I don't know. I mean, like you said, that they've been giving him different gimmicks and pushes, so quite possibly. I was just kind of surprised by that match overall. Like, where was Bobby Roode and Shinsuke? Right. I don't know.
Who knows? Hey, can we talk about Reginald?
Yes.
I've asked you this multiple times on Monday mornings. What sommelier do you know in your line of work that can do all that?
Not one.
Not a single one. That guy is amazing. Now, let's be very clear here. This was an intergender match. When was the last time we seen an intergender match?
Yep.
Now,
I can tell you.
I watched this match very closely. Here's the cool thing about this match. It wasn't physical. Reginald at no time, regardless if Sasha could take it, not take it in a match, whatever, at no time punched her, kicked her. He was never really physical with her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This was on Fox. Yeah.
Yes. I was going to say, it was more so a showcase for him, honestly, to show what he could do. But like you said, there wasn't any actual, physical, like you said, no punches, no kicks. I mean, sure, they did some holds on one another, but...
submission holds. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
And, didn't look like she was in pain. So this is a very unique match. Because, again, Reginald, it was more about him flipping out of position over and over, which I enjoy it now. I don't know how much longer I'm going to enjoy it, but right now, it's absolutely tremendous. I think it's just the funniest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This kid's a star. And I would have never thought that a sommelier would be a great sports entertainer.
Yeah, and he's doing this without even having to get on the mic.
Right. He's just smiling and flipping around. Cirque du Sommelier, I think, was Corey Gray's best line.
Yes.
Well,
Put that
Sasha
on a
makes
hashtag.
Reginald tap out, obviously.
Yes.
Because if she got hurt by him, then that's the women's champion and she looks weak. No, Sasha looked strong in this match the whole time. The only thing that threw her off was the guy kept flipping out of everything. Let's talk Big E and Apollo Crews ending in a no contest due to interference from Sami Zayn again. Sami Zayn handcuffing himself to the ramp side rail and still filming his documentary, then getting in there, attacking Apollo and attacking Big E. It's leading to a triple threat, I believe, at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, definitely see that. But how about Sami Zayn? Those signs. Great ones.
Yeah.
Those are the acronyms, but my favorite one was "How do you sleep at night?" I think he had that one aimed at Big E, I believe. I think it was for that final match. That was his last sign. Gosh, that was hilarious.
He's annoying and funny at the same time. I mean, I do enjoy when he does stuff like that. I don't like the whole thing, but it's a lot of fun. So no winner between Crews and Big E, obviously. Now Bianca Belair defeats Bayley in the Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course Challenge. Bayley only had to carry Chad Gable, and then Bianca Belair, yeah, come on, carry me, yeah. She carried Otis. That is impressive. Now, I've told you personally, I've told you folks listening to the program here, I am not getting Bianca Belair yet. I know I will at some point. And here's why I have an issue with her. She says she's the EST. She's not the winningest because she hasn't won anything yet. We're getting there. Okay? So right now, I don't feel it. I need her to win something, to be the EST of something. Linda, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already a fan of Bianca's, and and I mentioned I can see her winning the Royal Rumble, which hey, that would be some type of winning at something, or at least a step to winning something.
Oh, yeah.
But I do like how they are really giving us more of a glimpse of what she can do, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. I think this whole feud with Bayley is great.
Ding dong, hello.
Yeah, that was a great lead. I know they've already kind of gone back and forth prior to that, but then it brought us to this obstacle course, ultimate athlete, absolute athlete, whatever it was called, competition where we got Bayley going first and, like going around the hurdles or, it was funny. Like I found that very entertaining. And then they had the obstacle course switched out for her. And then of course, as you mentioned, Bianca having to carry Otis, but that really brought more light to what she can do, what she can bring.
She's jacked. I mean, there's no question. And I mean, she's just powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she had a lot of time in NXT, and then they brought her up, to the main roster this year, where she had that match. I think it was with Selena Vega at WrestleMania. I was like, wow, she got that big boost, that big push. But then they kind of had a little step back with her, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just, they gave, more time for her to get ready for the big show. They did more vignettes about her, and now that she's actively on Smackdown, I think this is great. I think it really gives light to her and making her a great contender for winning the Royal Rumble and possibly getting a match at WrestleMania, and then therefore being a winningist in your eyes.
I would get it at that point because the clapback thing, I've never liked anybody that clapbacks, that does a clapback. That, I mean, that's nails on a chalkboard to me. But like I said, I want to be invested in her and I want to root for her and enjoy her character. But being the EST, you haven't won anything yet, so I'm not trying to hear it until you win something. That's all. That's just me. Let's talk real quick about King Corbin and Dominic. Again, King Corbin is kind of playing the role of Seth Rollins right now, and I think that stuff that they would have continued on, and Dominic out at the ring by himself, it was an easy win for Corbin, as it should be, sadly, against Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Hey, like you said, if this was Corbin getting the role where Seth Rollins would be, good for him. He's getting to another storyline that's going to be just outside of him and Dominic, now involving Ray, possibly Ray's family. Where are they, by the way? And
I don't know, but if he starts making out with Buddy Murphy, it's going to get real weird.
where's
But if he starts making out with Buddy Murphy, it's going to get real weird. Hey, I want to talk about the opening promo from Roman and the ending segment from Roman. And I kind of did this on purpose because we're talking at the end of our little show. And it's ironic because at the beginning of the show, Roman said the word puss.
Yes.
Wow. That was at the beginning when it's still, there's ratings and there's censorship. And how did he get that word by?
Well, he said puss, not.
I know what he said, but there's censors. How did he get that by?
Maybe he meant sugar puss.
No, he didn't. Oh. You know it. I know it. The American people know what he meant.
Maybe he meant to say wuss.
No, he didn't, because my closed captioning said P-U-S-S.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. To the point where I felt dirty and I turned my closed captioning off. I bring that up. Like I said, it was probably the best Roman Reigns promo I've ever seen. That was amazing. And, I closed my eyes while I was listening for a second on purpose. He sounded like The Rock. Go back and listen again. He sounded just like The Rock. I heard The Rock in his voice. I heard heel Rock in there, and I was absolutely just blown away. Now, the entertaining part of the whole thing was listening to Paulie go, "I'm from New York City. I'll whip your ass." What? Again, what time do you guys think this segment's on? Who are you?
Oh, and I heard bitch a few times. Pardon my French, but if they can say it on PG.
Yeah, bitch can slide by in PG now.
Okay.
I don't know if you got that memo, but bitch can air at 7:00 at night now.
Okay. There were a lot of naughty words.
Right. Well, when I say 7, folks, I mean 7 Central, 8 Eastern. But 10 Eastern, 9 Central is when that's why they still do it. If you watch Raw, that's why there's a split between shows, because there's different ratings for the last hour of the show. I don't know if you knew that at all.
Not too detailed about, but now I know more.
Yeah, if you're watching networks like FX and FXX and all the other TNTs and TBS, they air their shows that have more language after 10 Eastern, 9 Central. So again, I keep asking, what time do you think this is airing right now? Because wow, the language. That was amazing though. KO comes in and he was supposed to not be in the building. After Roman Reigns beats the crap out of Adam Pearce, is about to throw him off the second level of the Thunderdome. Kevin Owens comes in with a hoodie on, a couple stunners, pop-up powerbomb through the table to finish the show. Owens looked super strong in this segment. Your thoughts on how it finished?
Yeah, that was great to see. I was hoping somebody would have came out to help Adam Pearce, and I was like, well, if Kevin Owens is allegedly banned from the arena that night, I'm like, he's got to show up at some point. And he did. Looking strong. I'm glad to see him saving Adam Pearce. Obviously somebody who helped him out meeting Kevin Owens by giving him that match against Jay to kind of set everything in motion between AP and Roman Reigns. But yeah, he was looking great. You have Paul Heyman there, shocked as always, and getting our tribal chief through the table and seeing him down, it was amazing just because Roman has just been on top. So just always pretty much since coming in. So this, him having the, one up Adam Pearce again, this week, it's nice to see that we have Kevin Owens here who can do the same for Roman Reigns. I mean, we want to see some type of balance of their back foot going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it can't be one-sided. It has to be a little give. Now, we don't want the typical WWE 50-50 booking, obviously. We want, the stronger one to stay strong, but we needed a little comeuppance is what we needed, and Kevin Owens got comeuppance.
Yeah.
When I say that word, I keep thinking of Homer going, comeuppance.
Yeah, but I was just going to say that, we still have this week's go home Smackdown to really set everything in motion before the Rumble, just like we have tonight's go home Raw.
By the way, beautiful job, because that's where I was going. So I love the setup. Thank you very much. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about real quick before we send you off on your Monday morning. Again, if we didn't talk about during the week, the actor who played Drew McIntyre, one of my favorite actors on a show I call The League. Again, I space on his name, but I knew it was him the second I saw him come on. I'm like, I recognize that guy. That's not Drew McIntyre. But speaking of Drew McIntyre, he will apparently be on the show tonight in a face-to-face with Goldberg. What do you expect to happen?
I expect a lot of smack talking. I mean, I hope so, because we didn't really get that yet. We had Goldberg come out that one Legends night, and then they cut off the air early. We didn't even see what really transpired after that. May have read about it, but didn't get to see it. And then we, obviously couldn't have Drew McIntyre there last week. So we're finally going to get that face-to-face, and this is going to be the only true build-up with them both together leading up to this match. So I hope they can really deliver something. Let's get us a little bit more excited. Let's set something in motion, like why this is happening, a little bit more than that little bit of Goldberg spewing off on him. But we didn't really get Drew McIntyre getting his chance to lay it down on Goldberg.
Yeah, and it's funny too. I want to move on from the almost said Seth Meyers, from the Drew McIntyre Goldberg in just a second, but really that Legends night, there was supposed to be more. They were running short on time, and Goldberg's promo was supposed to be based on Drew McIntyre saying something earlier. So Goldberg still delivered the promo, but it had no basis because Drew never got the chance to put that on the air. So we'll see what happens tonight. The other thing that I'm sure we're going to get more of is the disfigured Randy Orton, probably with his burn mask on still.
Or off.
Ooh, yikes, I hope not. Is he going to look like Deadpool?
Maybe.
Hey, the Deadpool look would work in this scenario. Now, Deadpool is obviously a little bit more burned, a little bit more disfigured, but, Deadpool is a lot funnier than Randy Orton. So you never know. Maybe it'll give him a sense of humor.
Maybe. Well, I was trying to find a way to segue into Manscaped, but I
we didn't talk about the sponsors yet, but let's talk about it real quick before we go. Our friends at manscaped.com will save you 20% off, and they'll get you the free shipping if you use the promo code PWR. That's manscaped.com. Get yourself silky smooth. Get yourself the lawnmower, the ball bag, the ball powder, the gimmick bag, like Dave calls it. I guess I was going to throw in some sort of crude comment in there, and there it is, ball bag. Manscaped.com, getting you silky smooth in these cold, cold days. And then our friends at collarandelbowbrand.com will get you covered with the latest in wrestling gear. 10% off with PWR 360 from collarandelbowbrand.com. Tomorrow, Linda, we're going to talk about what happened tonight on Raw. Plus, we've got a special presentation. We're going to be talking about the Spectacular, the WWE India Spectacular. It's going to be airing Tuesday morning at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on the WWE Network. Featured to return, the man you should never hinder, Jinder Mahal, former WWE champion. So we got a lot of stuff coming up this week. That is also, by the way, Linda, if you weren't aware, that is a PWR draft qualifying event. Anybody that appears wrestles will get points from the Superstar Spectacle.
Oh. Well, I am excited to talk about it.
I am too. So, for Linda Kay, I'm the man that called me Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.